Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and long anticipated, the COQUETTE D5 is finally out. Don't know why Rockstar saved certain cars for so long, but at least we got the Banshee GTS early. We didn't have to wait for that. And the COQUETTE costs 1.73 million. You can buy it off Legendary. 1.73 million, I think is a decent price for what you're getting. They could have priced this over 2 million, I think, and it still would have seemed normal. But it's not, it's 1.73 million. And for GTA Plus members, it's free, which may annoy some people. But I'm grateful we've got the COQUETTE D5. There are going to be a few moans in this video. It is now released, but it has been in the game for a while and accessible. Like, I've not obviously owned it previously. I made sure I got it the legit way and waited for it to come out. But I don't know if you'll notice, right now, there's probably something that's upsetting a lot of people, but we'll go through that later. Let's customize this car. The first option, exhaust. I really do like the stock exhaust, but let's look through the options. And the double exhaust is really good. I do like the muffler showing, so I'm gonna pick an exhaust option that shows the muffler. And a lot of you may hear, because I am revving so the smoke doesn't show, what one of the issues may be. Look at this subtle difference between stock and double twin bore, which is 14.6k. I'm gonna go with double exhaust. Right, grill. We have a few grill options. I don't know really why they've added so many options. We've seen these type of options on different cars. Well, really, why do we want to see this section modified? There's so much of the rest of the car that I'd like to see modified. We do have hood options. I love the throwback from the other COQUETTE. That's pretty cool to see Rockstar do. Even though that COQUETTE is actually newer and that kind of shape doesn't fit on this one, but it's still so cool to see that. But the options, I can't complain. There's quite a few options. Carbon, secondary and primary of each option to make it look like there's more, but there are quite a few options. Livery, let's have a look at that. There are a few liveries. I'm not going to act surprised. I've seen these before on other people's cars, of course, not myself. I don't attain these cars. But if you do, if you would like to attain these cars or unreleased cars, there may be a method that I might speak about at the end. Rear diffuser. Let's again rev this car so we can see the rear diffusers, and it is a bit disappointing. We do have carbon, and then yeah, there's a lot of different options, different textures for the same diffusers, but nevertheless we have diffusers. I can't complain. I don't want to sound too negative in this video. This is a Corvette C6 that Rockstar did not have to bring. Well, I'm gonna go with this. I was gonna say a subtle plastic or carbon rear diffuser, but it's not that subtle. You'll see when you drive, because the diffuser does go over the exhaust, you're driving like this, so it like cuts half the exhaust off. But if you don't have a diffuser, you can see your exhaust and it looks so much better, trust me. But let me put a diffuser on so people don't say I've left the car stock. Mirrors, you do have carbon and secondary color. I do love this thing in dark steel, but let's get a bright color. It is a Corvette, it does deserve a bright color, or maybe even red. No, I'm going to stick with the orange that I had. I've had this orange on there for so long. I think it's perfect for this car. Skirts, you do have a few skirts. Again, you know, different textures of the same skirt, but there are a few options. I'm going to go with a slight carbon skirt again, sticking with a carbon theme. Right, front lip. I've seen these before, and there are a few front lip options, but does it bother anyone else when they do things like this, where they make the same thing but in different textures? Let's not forget, again, COQUETTE, original COQUETTE mods on the COQUETTE C5, which is the C6 from the C7. Spoiler, there are a few there are a few similar ones, to be fair, but you know, there's something to please everyone, I feel. Even if you do like your older models, there's spoilers for that. And there's options where you have just the bars in secondary color. But yeah, nice nevertheless. Suspension, this is where I do get a bit bothered. Like, it drops quite a bit, but I think you'd like to see a slight bit more drop. From the front, it looks great. From the rear, you've just got, like, you know, a few finger gaps. Not too bad anyway, not too bad. And that's it. Like, it doesn't feel like that much. It does feel a bit disappointing. I would like more modifications for such a car, but I said this in the last customization video. It seems like Rockstar would just like, let's make something that everyone loves, but get on, you know, the purist nerves, the people that love this car. Let's get on their nerves. So they messed up things, unfortunately, like the sound. It doesn't have a V8 sound. Imagine being, well, it is the most famous engine in the world, or one of the most famous engines in the world, and they really did not add a V8 sound. At least we don't want the exact same sound, but at least a V8 sound. This is what's triggering a lot of people, and it's fair as well. Like Rockstar, you seem to add the car everyone loves, but then do a little trickery. But it's funny anyway. Overall, I love this car. I think you should buy it. Just make sure you don't have anger problems and you love Corvettes, because the combination won't be great with this car. The Coquette D5, beautiful car. It's quite fast. I drag race this car against the old Coquette. Let's just show you how that went. So it would have been better if I had all the Coquettes lined up here, but we have the Coquette, the original one, which is the C7, then we have my one, which is the Coquette C6, but the new one that's just come out today. And as you can see, it almost seems like the new Coquette is 20% faster in all area. It has 20% better grip, 20% better launch, 20% better speed, and then it's all consistent. And if you're still not in our Discord server, this is what it is. This is how a lot of people had the Coquette before the Coquette was released. Now, you may see these new Coquette D5s that you're probably going to buy anyway, so you might want it with one of the new plates. And you can actually get it with the new plates. If you look around, people are selling them in LS Car Meet or new things. And here's the perfect opportunity to find those types of sales. Can't stress enough how good this is. No one's asking for anything. Look, you just press the offering button here and you'll see so many people offering loads of different things. Once you start seeing these things, you're going to be thinking, where has this been all my life? Well, there's been at least like 40-50 posts in the last 24 hours. It is super active, and some of the things I don't understand how they get. Some of the things are so rare, and this is how a lot of people were getting cars before they're released. Even vehicles like the new Drift Chester Classic. People are making friends and then just giving them to each other. Here's some background footage of some old gameplay in the last customization video I shown, and it's a Corvette at the front of it, and as you can see, in GTA, they always do that little twang that they do where they change something. Recently, they've not been doing that, but as you can see, the headlights are totally different. I do prefer the real life model, of course. It looks a lot more sportier and sleeker. The wheels, they're a bit different. I didn't actually show it in the video, but when you go for a different wheel option, the wheels do poke out more, and the stock wheels, for some reason, they're so tucked in. The rear lights look like GTR lights. They don't look like the actual Corvette lights. I think that's the only complaint that people may have about the looks, is the fact that the rear lights look like GTR lights, and from the front it just looks a lot less sporty, I'd say. If you're thinking, does this car lower? No, it doesn't. I thought I'd make sure. Cars don't really lower anymore, but I did the test. But what do you guys think of this car? I think it's beautiful, it looks great, doesn't sound the best, but it does its job, I think. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. See you guys in the next one.